Nah, he just came out and he basically like responded to the fact that everyone hated the new season of Masters of
Um,
None, and he said that a lot of it had to do with COVID and the like there was plans to have him more in the season as opposed to what they did, which was he was only in like one or two, one and a
I don't
half.
think the beef was that people weren't in it. I think the beef was that it was just like depressing. Like it wasn't. It
Well,
was
what he's
completely
saying,
different.
yeah, but what he's saying is that um he debated on like after the show was filmed, he was like, "Fuck, should I have just done a whole season between me and my girlfriend and like the relationship between that?" And honestly, like after he said that, I was like, "That probably would have been good." Like
Yeah, would have been
I,
better.
I like when it's comedic for most of it, and then every now and then it takes a turn for the dramatic, as opposed to what they did, which was say fuck comedy altogether, and we're just gonna make this super
See,
dramatic.
well, I again think I think it was just I think it's just because of season one. Like if it was Aziz coming out with a show that was mostly dramatic and then had a little bit of comedy in it that wasn't Master of None, I think it would have been better.
I
Like
guess,
I
yeah.
think it just has to do with the fact that it was like a 180 from the first season,
Well,
where it's like,
that's basically what he said. He's like, it was supposed to feature him more, and because of COVID, he said he like a big part of I think the couple being, I guess the couple was always supposed to be the lead, but they took they took such a leading role because of COVID and that's why it worked out that they were filming up in fucking upstate in the snow and like it looked like it seemed like they barely had a crew 'cause, like it was basically just a static camera
yeah.
for a lot of the scenes. Um, and that's basically it. He made that excuse. COVID is the reason that the season sucked.
I mean, the problem with that is like, uh, Bo Burnham filmed Inside
Mm-hmm.
during COVID, and that
Heard it.
shit was
Heard it's
great.
incredible.
Oh, you
Heard it's
gotta watch it,
incredible.
Eric.
You
I
haven't
You
still haven't
gotta
watched it
watched
watch
yet?
it.
it.
I still haven't watched it. I
Shit's
heard it's
great.
amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
No, it was rough because I also turned 30 during COVID, and there's a bit about that, and I was like, shit, that just happened to me.
It made you feel sad, but also you're like, damn, that hit.
Yeah, well, the special, like, because it's not like obviously it's not a traditional comedy
Right.
special, but like it fluctuates a lot between like some standard Bo Burnham shit where it's like musical comedy to like some kind of like heavier
Hmm.
material about just like straight up like anxiety and depression as a result
Mm-hmm.
of being trapped indoors, and like also generally speaking I guess he had anxiety previous, but like
And this just made it
uh
worse.
yeah, like, so it's great, wonderful narrative piece, a lot of like really funny shit, and I think the opening song, like it's just like a minute long song about just making content
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
in a
it
general
was.
sense, like kind of making fun of the
Yeah,
influencer-esque thing,
it was
but
genius. The
like,
whole thing was
yeah,
genius. It
the whole
really
thing's
was.
great.
Yeah, it's
It
good.
really does a great job of balancing like the comedic moments with like the dramatic moments, and it's
Hmm.
just him filming it in his fucking apartment or
And
some
he did
shit.
a great
And
fucking job. Like he filmed it. It's
yeah,
so good. Like
and it's
cinematography
just
and all
like,
that from that standpoint.
yeah,
Like it's good.
Cinematography too.
Yeah, like
yeah.
it's good, dude.
The way
Well,
that
like
they
you
I
open
was
it and
described to
it
me
says
was
like, well, you when you open the scene, the credit just shows like written, directed, edited by Bo Burnham. Like,
so
dude
he
did
just did everything.
most of it.
There's
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
lighting setups he did that I'm like gonna steal for music videos. Like he did a great job, technically and content wise.
How
Like
long is it?
yeah.
it's pretty long.
Hour 20.
Yeah.
I heard
It's
he did
longer than your
like
typical special.
mm, I heard he did like a laugh track kind of thing. But is that for the entire thing, or does it
No,
take?
it's
Do you
for
think it takes away from, or is it more of
no, no,
just for
no.
the
It's
I
laugh?
don't
not.
think so.
It's also not for the whole thing. It's for like
Yeah.
one or two specific songs
You
Okay,
where
gotta
he's
you
kind of
gotta see
like,
it, Eric. You would enjoy it.
yeah,
yeah, I might watch it
He
tonight.
he
I
did
just
eighth grade, right?
he did.
yeah.
Okay.
So that was right before COVID. So I mean, for somebody with anxiety, right before COVID. Wait, but was no, but eighth grade came out. to
Eighth grade came out,
audiences.
yeah, because I was shooting a feature.
Eighth grade came out in 2019.
Yeah,
because eighth grade was also nominated for best feature alongside. It was the same year that Green Book was nominated.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was also shooting a feature, like DPing a feature before COVID, and whoever was staying in the house watched eighth grade. Like, I remember that.
That's such a cool, like, that's the ideal career, is to just be known. I mean, you're known for being a comedian for the whole beginning of your artistic career, and then all of a sudden,
Well, I think you
have a movie.
The way he talks about it, his anxiety revolved way more around doing the live shows. So, like, because he was also like acting in, he had a role in, pretty big role in, what was it, Promising Young Woman, I think.
Mm-hmm. I heard that was really good too.
You haven't seen that either?
No, sorry.
Why are we doing?
It's interesting.
It's supposed to be like a film podcast, and Eric's like, I haven't seen any of the big things that have happened in the past 2 years.
It's interesting to me that he said Bo Burnham's career is like his ideal career, because like that's not my ideal career.
Well, yeah, Bo Burnham's career from YouTube star to semi-maligned comedian because he's a musical comedian.
I
writer.
just meant ideal in the sense of like you're not known for, or you're known for these specific things, but this person knows you for this. They have no idea that you're this. Like there's a YouTuber, Filthy Frank, for
I know Filthy Frank.
Exactly.
Eric just wants to be a multi-hyphenate. That's his ideal career.
Yeah.
But I like that people who know Filthy Frank don't know that he's a huge pop star.
Yeah.
Like they, and that is cool to me. Like Bo Burnham, people probably saw eighth grade and have no idea that Bo Burnham was a comedian. Yeah.
I think it's more likely they have no idea that he wrote it because a lot of people don't know who wrote most films.
I was gonna say, but I also feel like a lot of people don't know like any like film thing. Like, if you go watch a movie, if you're not in the film industry, do you really care who shot it, who wrote it? Like, do you care?
Hold for Everything podcast.